What's up guys, everything fishing here, and today I'm down at the Wyler jetty. Today it's not very windy, but there is a fair bit of rain. As you can see, it is fairly wet out here and you can hear the rain going. Today I'm going for crabs, I'm going for squid, and I'm going for any fish. Doesn't matter if it's salmon, tommies, anything. But so far I have gotten a crab, big blue swimmer crab, fairly sized. He's definitely in, as you can see, a bit feisty. He's definitely not happy that I've stuck him in there. But today, I'm going to get stuck into it, and hopefully, I'm going to catch some big fish. Guys, I've got my little Shimano Sienna and my muscle tip rod on just a bit of tommies, because I didn't have any squid, on a tommy rig. So, I'm going to drop him just down into the water there, and we'll see if we can get some bites. So guys, I'm just walking over to my second squid rod and we're going to check if there's anything on there. I'll just lean, because I'm only filming on the phone today, I'll lean it up against the live well and we'll see what we got. Nothing yet, fellas. You never stop hoping. See, as it is rainy and it's overcast, everything, squid might not come out. But you never know what will happen. And just over here, crab net number 1 and crab net number 2's over. Fellas, I'm going to pull in the crab nets and we're going to see if we've got any illegal crabs. Hopefully we've got 1 or 2. If we don't, we might get some later, we might not. You never know, luck of the draw. So I'm going to set it down and I'm going to pull them up. So, no luck on legal sized crab, but we have, however, got a little tiny one. So for everyone that doesn't know, this is a blue swimmer crab. Feisty little things, but this is way undersized. So I'll just get out the other one and I'll compare them to you, and I'll show you the difference between this guy and the other one. I'll just flip him upside down so he can't go anywhere. Just make sure I don't get my fingers nipped. Feisty little things these are. Right, so as I'm watching my fingers, he's trying to grab them. Oh, I'll just do this, see if I can pick him out. Come on, buddy. There we go, he's come out. Now, if I can grab him without my fingers going, he's feisty. Oh, Jesus, almost lost my finger. Right, so this is illegal. He's decent sized, nothing wrong with him. But he's got 1 pincher, that's about it. And then if we compare him to this, oh, the little one's grabbed the bigger one. Right, this is the illegal one, legal one. Massive size difference. So just watching that seagull over there trying to steal me bait. If I can pry these two together, I'll put him back in the water. And we'll pull up the next one soon. So now that we've got that up, I'm going to toss it back in. So all we're going to do, grab it like so, and pop. That'll go like so. And then, now, pull up the next one. So the next one's over there in the corner. Make sure you can see it. Yep, should be good. Now, without trying to get too wet, we're going to pull it in. We're going to see if we've got any beagle crabs. If we do, then here. That's some good stuff. We've got beagle crabs. Got one crab in there, looks to be undersized. He's definitely not legal. Just give them a safe, feel like they can get out. If they feel like they can get out, they'll get out. So just toss it back out there. Too easy. Now, whenever you're crabbing, make sure you always bring a crab gauge with you. One of these things. Because if you don't, you'll never know if he's a legal size. You always need to measure your fish. If you never measure your fish, you'll never know how big it is. If you never know your crab size, it could be illegal and you could get a very hefty fine. You can get a lot of stuff taken right here because the SA fisheries, they're smacked down hard on them. All fishing rules take very seriously. Good measures to protect our fish. Now, I'll just go over there and we'll check the one with the Tommy on it. Just over there. Hopefully soon I'll be able to get a GoPro and I'll just be able to take these with me. Right. Oh, that's nice. Bit of a puddle. Let's go check it now. So as you can see, no fish. I have, however, been getting bites. Don't know what from, but I've clearly lost my bait. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab... Never mind, I can't grab him because the seagulls decided to run off with it. So what I'm going to do, this pilly here that I was using before, I'm going to just rip some of his meat out. Take it off. Now, this is the first time I've ever used pilly, so I don't know if it's good. Oh, not pilly, Tommy, so I don't know if it'll work. But just chuck it on the hook like so. Oh, soft flesh, so it's a bit tough to put on. Now, I've got a double hook paternoster rig onto a burley sinker, but sadly I don't have any burley. Next time I come out, I'll definitely bring some. Oh, just like so. Getting rid of that piece, not good meat. Just like so, ripping some out. Finding the hook. Yep. And just sticking it on. Right, now we go dropping back in the water. Without getting hooked on something else. And that's it till we get some bites. Till then, we'll keep an eye on the squid, keep an eye on the crabs, and we'll keep an eye on everything else. So, rain, still light drizzle, nothing wrong with a bit of rain, I have seen some fish around. Water clarity is pretty nice. Got my little setup here. My little rig, just a trailer, some stuff I've bought, my bag, all the stuff I need, a live well, then a seagull over there who's decided to take my herring, or Tommy Ruffs as we call them, around in South Australia, up in Queensland and whatnot. They'll call them oh, what do they call them? They call them herring, that's right. They call them herring, but down we call them Tommy Ruff, because mostly you get them in rough weather. They're very abundant, one of the easiest fish to catch. You catch them a lot, you just got to be right weather, right bait, so we never know what's going to happen. But right now, we're fishing with the Tommies. So, let's hope that catches something. Thought I just got a bite then? Nah. So, I'm going to be back right after this. So fellas, I've just pulled in the rod fishing for any fish that I bite. And what are the chances we pulled in a legal crab off of it? So, it goes to show, if you wait, something will come. But because I'm using Tommies, I reckon that's why I've got a crab. But he is just legal. But we're going to keep him for a good feed. And hopefully, he tastes really nice. So just to show you, he is pretty big. Not the biggest, the other one's bigger. But I'm just going to toss him in. And hopefully we can get some more. I've tossed him in, but they seem to not like each other. They are absolutely going ham. So I'm just going to rip him out of the water quickly. So as you can see, they've both got one claw latched onto each other. So who knows, maybe they're just shaking hands. Right, I'm going to toss the rod back in the water and let's see if we can catch some fish. We're just going to toss it back in. No, nothing too serious, just toss it right where we can. Got the squid jig in here, and right down there is where we're going to toss it into the white. So out she goes out there, and then let that sink. So everyone, I wasn't getting any bites on the Tommies, so I've just rigged up my rod with a Daiwa squid jig, which has decided to hook itself on a rig. Just let me unwrap this. There we go. So I've just tied this on. So hopefully this might catch us something. So once I get some squid, I'll put that rig back on. So hopefully I should get some. Everyone, I regret to inform I didn't bring a big rod, but it is smashing up. I've seen 3 eagle rays in the past 2 minutes. So I regret not bringing a big rod. So if I had a big rod, we'd be on them. But eventually, I'm gonna bring out a video. I regret to inform I didn't bring a big rod, but I've seen 3 eagle rays in the past 2 minutes. So next time I come out, I'll make sure to bring a big rod. Once I bring that big rod out, I'll put some big baits on it. And if I catch a big fish, you'll be there every step of the way. I'll show you all of it. I'll get my mates to film, and you'll see all of it. So hopefully I'll get a GoPro soon. And once I get a GoPro, I won't need anyone, just myself. So I've also pulled in the crab nets. No legal crabs just yet. I've got another squid jig in. I've got the other squid jig in there with a float. And so far, just 3 crabs, which isn't bad, but it's not the best. So I'll go check them on again soon, and I'll show you then. I've just caught a squid. Not the biggest, but I caught it off camera. I couldn't catch it on camera, sorry. It was an instant thing. All I saw was a rod dish. I didn't grab the phone. I ran straight to the rod, sorry. But here he is. He's not the biggest, but he's a decent size. He will be good for bait. This is a squid jig I'm using. Decent one. I've heard good stories about him. So he will be going in the live well, and I'll be taking the crabs out. Where's the dolphin? Here you go. Back out here again. Cut forward about 2 hours from the last squid, the last catch. I've caught another one. In between, I've caught a few undersized crabs, a few legal crabs, but they're females, so I threw them back. So I was chatting to some people. I come over, my rod is wrapping around a pylon or the line. Had a big squid on there, lost it. Put it in for a few minutes, and then this cracker comes along. As you can see, decent sized squid. So let's hope we can get on to some more. So everyone, we're down here. Obviously it's a few hours later. Finished up fishing, caught the crabs, caught the squid. So basically, got my little outdoor cooker here. Got the butane tanks, honey, soy, that's for the squid, and the crabs. Got the pot with water and salt. Basically, this one, let's open that up. So everyone, we're down here. Obviously it's a few hours later. Finished up fishing, caught the crabs, caught the squid. So basically, got my little outdoor cooker here. Got the butane tanks, honey, soy, that's for the squid, and the crabs. Got the pot with water and salt. Basically, this one, let's open that up. Pop the old butane tank in there. Squeeze it in, close it up, whatever it. Yeah. After we do that, pop it on a low heat, just so you don't burn the bottom of the pot or anything. Bring the pot up, right on there, turn it up a bit, and we'll let that sit, we'll let that heat up, then we'll be right back. Water's sitting, starting to boil up, so all we're going to do now is clean up the squid. Got a plastic bag here for them. They're all sitting there on the chopping board. Clean up. Right, I'm just going to have to turn the camera around. Or however I do that. So while the pot's boiling, we're going to prepare the squid. So basically, squid all down there. Still unclean, still good. Got the chopping board, the knife, and the bag. Bags for the guts. Freeze them up for crab bait, anything really. So just pop you down. We'll start by tossing this little one straight into the bag. We don't want him. Now, what we do want is we want these big fellas. These ones, these pristine, nice ones right here. I'll be. I'm back. So just got a tea towel to clean my hands off, and got the paper or newspaper. Just lift him up. Also got the powerfish merch on, getting the dog. So with this squid, as I said, nice decent size. Just lay him down. I'm going to start this head. Need to pull that out. Pull his head off. straight into the bag. Now, I'm going to squeeze, I'm going to leak some ink out. Right, now, you're going to get your thumb under that flap there. There we go. And basically just run your finger up. Get that other finger in there. Run it through like that. And if you can hear it, it is still raining. Has not let off and it is going like nuts. So it flaps straight into the bag. Then just ripping all this up to stop. Right, now I'm going to leave this and I'm just going to quickly run. I'm going to quickly run my bucket and I'm going to fill it up with water. Got the water. Now we're going to do, take this, dunk them in the water, give them a clean off. Pull the membrane off, all the outer skin, whatever you want to call it, membrane, either either. Give it a rinse. And what you want to do, take that out, wash that off a bit, put him there like that. Then you want to peel this bit back, get your fingers underneath that plastic backbone, and then you know, basically set it back a bit. And then you're going to have to get your fingers in there nice and yank. Pull it out like so. Into the bag. Now, those come out like that. Rinse them off quickly. Then stick your finger through like this. Now, got all these guts out, just basically want to tear them off. Get the ink sac. Wash them off. And there we have it. Piece of squid, all cleaned up. So as you can see, jump forward maybe 5 minutes. Crabs are starting to boil over. Or not boil over, they're starting to boil. Turn bright red from the original colour of which they were. Open up, steam shooting out. You can see. Give them at least 1 more minute while we cut up this squid. What I'm going to do for this squid is along like this, cut them open, put this one out of the way, face it like this, get the knife, cut the tip part off, that part, don't need that, it goes in the bag. Then basically cut it into strips. Doesn't need to be those too big. Doesn't need to be too small either. And once you've done that, basically just rip them. Squid is a tough thing, so don't cut the first time, just go over it again. So there you have it, squid strips. Now, I'm just going to put them straight into the pan and put the pan up in the live pot. Actually, move this down into here, pop that there, and we'll do the same for this one. Cut the first bit off. In the bag, bait. And have it. Squid strips. Straight to the pot, in the pan. And just grab the tea towel of what you're going to do. Just got another pot. Stick them up. And drip off. Right in the pot. Yeah, they're floating around the nipper. In the pot. Lift, drop, lift, grab it. Into the pot. In the pot. And this one up. Let him dry off into the pot. So now that we've got the pot all emptied, I'm going to go empty it and we'll be right back. So now we've got the crabs out in the pot cooling out. So basically all we're going to do, grab a pan with the squid in it, pop it on there, got the bowl, that'd be right, up with the heat. Make sure it's on decent enough. Then just mix it around. Just toss a bit more honey in there. Keep mixing it around. And it will go this colour. And you want to make sure it's on a decent heat. Squid doesn't take long to cook. Yeah, lovely. So, as the crab's cooling down, I'm just going to crack off a claw. Make sure they're cooked. Oh, of course, all the meat has gone inside the shell itself. This isn't good. So what I'm going to do, come along here, crack it with the back of the knife. Remember, keep mixing around. Oh, that was hot. Just use this. Right, now the squid is done. Just turn that off. Let that cool down. Now, as we're doing, try some of this meat. Brilliant. Now, all we're going to do, come over here, dish up our squid. And there you have it. And wonderful squid with honey and soy sauce and boiled crabs. So that's all for today, guys. Until next time, everything fishing. Have a good night.